This is the life and very sad ending of the SS Uganda. Uganda was built in 1952 as a small cargo liner for the UK East Africa Service. She ran from London to Mozambique with various stops in between. She stopped this service in 1967 due to falling profits. In 1968, she was converted into an educational cruise ship under ownership of P&O. In April of 1982, whilst on a school cruise off Egypt, the news came to the captain that the ship was taken up from trade to be used as a hospital ship. She landed her school passengers in Naples and then sailed to Gibraltar for the very rapid conversion. And this happened really fast, surprisingly fast. In Gibraltar, she was painted pure white with 8 red crosses in accordance with the Geneva Convention. She also had a flight deck built on her stern, additional water distillers, satellite communication system, and a whole lot more stuff added, including an operating theater. 136 medical staff embarked and prepared the ship. At the time, it was not known whether the war would eat up and the ship would be needed. The sudden drain of medical staff from the UK caused a stoppage of nurse training in the naval hospital and the cancellation of non-essential medical procedures. Now Her Majesty's hospital ship, HMHS Uganda, she sailed from Gibraltar just 13 days later. She did all that work, or they did all that work, converting this ship into a hospital in 13 days. An incredible feat considering that everything required had to be shipped to Gibraltar. During the war, her medical teams conducted 504 operations, treated 730 casualties, including 150 Argentinians, before transferring them to the Argentinian hospital ship. When Uganda returned to the UK, she was returned to trade, but was chartered again to operate a shuttle service between Ascension Island and the Falklands, moving equipment for a large garrison and improvement to the facilities. Uganda completed her military service in 1985, and in 1986 was sold for scrap. She was wrecked in Taiwan during a typhoon and was eventually broken up in the 90s. That's a very interesting history. Built in 52, scrapped in the 90s. I saw a bunch of comments from people that actually traveled from Gibraltar to the Falklands on this ship when she went there as a hospital ship. And apparently the weather wasn't very nice. Almost everybody on the ship were seasick the entire time. It was hell on the water. I think this is quite interesting. It's amazing that in 13 days, she went from a cruise ship full of young kids into a hospital ship. The total conversion, 13 days. That is amazing. I don't know how long it took her to get to the Falklands, but I'm glad I wasn't on her. It doesn't sound like a very good ride, that's for sure. Unfortunately, she did not have a good ending. It took a long time, like at least 5 years from the time she was sold for scrap until she was actually scrapped. I did see a picture that I won't use here. It was very poor quality, even worse than some of the ones I've used, of her laying on her side half full of water after the typhoon. So that's always sad to see. But she had a very interesting life, that's for sure, and saved a lot of lives in the process during the war.